I don't know about you, I'm feeling 32. I know, 32, it's crazy. I know I look like I'm 19, but 1985, July 2nd, I am 32 years old. I keep having to double check, but that's what it says. Hey everyone, Heather here. I'm a vlogger, creator, and entrepreneur, and I'm documenting my entrepreneurial journey through vlogs on this YouTube channel. The business I'm building is called Sharespark Media. It's a movement to educate and empower people to utilize digital media to achieve meaningful goals. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Since a lot of you guys are new and it's been a hot minute since I've done these one-to-one vlogs, I decided I would tell you 32 random facts about myself. Totally random, and they're not in any order, and I'm just gonna dive right into it. Here we go. I have never broken a bone. That's me knocking on wood. When I was a kid, I had 12 teeth taken out all at one time. It was some intense oral surgery. I had 2 baby teeth on each side, so 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 1 permanent teeth on each side. So 12 all in one time. I had really messed up teeth when I was a kid. I'm super afraid of heights. Like, I feel like I have to pee whenever I'm standing over a ledge. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like anything with a drop. That feeling that you get in your stomach when you're falling, I dread it, I hate it. I graduated from UC Irvine thinking for most of the time I was there that I was going to be a pre-med major, and it wasn't until I saw a C-section, like baby delivery C-section, I fainted during an internship at a hospital, and I was like, nope, I'm out. I ended up switching majors 3 times, so when I went to UC Irvine, I went in as undecided, then I switched to bio, and then when I saw the C-section, it was already like my senior year and it was kind of too late to switch to anything else, so I switched to the next closest thing, which was applied ecology. So I have a bachelor's of science in applied ecology, which I have not used ever since. If I could redo college over, I wish I had majored in psychology. I'm so envious of all of you guys who are psych majors, because I so wish that that is what I had dedicated 5 years of my life to studying. I am an avid volunteer. I've been volunteering since I was like 12, from nursing homes to just different nonprofits. I've mentored youth. My absolute favorite food, no matter where I am, are French fries. My favorite number is 4. I have one brother. His name is Kevin, and he's 4 years younger than me. The first job I ever had was when I think I was a junior or senior in high school. I was a tutor at a math and reading center. I have never snowboarded. I can't believe I've gone 32 years of life and I've never snowboarded. I've gone skiing, never snowboarded. I wrote I'm afraid of heights twice. That's how afraid of heights I am. My favorite city in the US is probably Seattle. And I'm a little biased because that was my very first solo trip. It was really liberating for me to be in a city that I knew no one in, and just to be able to plan the whole thing by myself and explore the city by myself. I absolutely loved it, and Seattle had so much to offer. So I would totally move there if it weren't cloudy 80% of the year. My favorite place that I've traveled to is hands down Costa Rica. I almost cried when I was leaving. I remember when I went to Costa Rica, I was like, I am going to move here and live here at some point in my life. I absolutely love the people. I love the culture. I love the appreciation that they have for nature, Pura Vida. I am Filipino, and no, I don't speak Tagalog, which is the national language. I was born in Chicago, Illinois, but we moved here when I was like 1.5 or 2 years old, so I don't remember it at all, and I haven't visited since, actually, so that's definitely high up on the list. I have a passion for youth development. I think that's because of my volunteering experience that I talked about before. I've just always worked with kids. There's just something about empowering youth that I find so rewarding, and I think a big part of that is also because I am youthful myself. When I was figuring out what I wanted to be when I grew up, aside from pre-med, one of the things I explored was being a librarian. I actually used to work in a library, and it was cool because it was the special collections department at UC Irvine. So these books were like hundreds of years old. Sometimes you had to wear gloves to handle the books and like turn the pages. They were so delicate. Which brings me to the next 2 points. One, my favorite movie of all time is Beauty and the Beast, the original version, the cartoon one. I resonate so much with Belle. You know, she was a huge reader and she loved books. I also loved how Belle wasn't like this damsel in distress. She seemed to me to be the most independent. You know, she didn't really like fit in with her village and stuff. I can't even tell you how many times I have seen that movie. I know it from start to finish. Secondly, I love to read. I absolutely love to read. I haven't had time lately. I don't think I've read since I started my entrepreneurial journey, which makes me really sad. But my favorite book of all time is called Enchantment. It's by Orson Scott Card. And actually, when I am needing inspiration, I'll go to the library or Barnes and Nobles and just get lost in the philosophy section. I love reading philosophy. I used to be really big into yoga. I used to practice yoga like twice a day. I try to squeeze it in a couple times a week just because it really does make me physically feel amazing. It's like a massage almost. And especially like when I'm sitting down editing all day, yoga just feels amazing. Even though I love yoga, my favorite type of exercise is definitely weightlifting. Here's a picture of when I was like super into weightlifting. I actually wanted to be a personal trainer. I was so into it. I had like a whole food plan and everything. I've talked about this in a couple of vlogs, but I have ADHD and I was also diagnosed with anxiety and depression. My anxiety in college was so bad that I actually had to be put on a heart monitor because I would just have constant heart palpitations and like I couldn't breathe. This used to actually be kind of like a party trick for me where I would get people to feel my heartbeat and listen to my heartbeat because it was so irregular and it just tripped everyone out. I was never really into playing sports, although I guess my only go at playing a sport was ice hockey. It's so much fun to just ice skate and like play with a stick and hit the puck and oh, I don't know, there's just something so thrilling about it, but I suck. I haven't had a chance to get to the rink. I feel like this whole list is just like, I haven't had time to do this. But I guess that's a good thing because it's reminding me of all the things that I used to love doing or still love doing, just haven't had time. Speaking of sports, this isn't really a sport, but I love dancing. I love hip hop dancing. I think the first time I started hip hop dancing was when I was in 7th or 8th grade, and I continued to dance all the way through college and actually competitively danced as well. My first car was a 2002 Pontiac Firebird. His name was Brian Sean David Thomas. I actually still have him because I love him so much I can't let him go, so he's like chilling at my parents' house. I think my favorite hobby of all is probably playing video games. I've been playing video games since I could hold a controller, back since the Atari days. I've pretty much had every game console. I don't have any of the next gen stuff just because all that stuff is too expensive and I don't have time, but I still play video games. I replay all of the old games, and my favorite game of all time is Chrono Trigger. I absolutely love that game. For me, it's actually tradition on my birthday to play a video game. Like I have to go to bed playing a video game on my birthday. So yesterday I decided to restart playing Chrono Trigger again. And I love it. I've had to like tell myself to, you know, now that I'm an entrepreneur, I cannot play for 13 hours like I used to when I was a kid. There's some dangerous times in college when I got a little addicted to World of Warcraft and Halo 2. I hate shopping. I'm just not a fan of shopping. I'm not very stylish. The idea of like going to the mall and having to look for clothes that match and try them on, I would so rather be doing 10 million other things. Again, I'm not really good at like pairing and colors and styles and what's trendy and stuff. I just like, if I could wear shorts and a tank every day, all day, I would. I love cleaning. Like cleaning is one of my favorite things to do. For the most part, I have super boring dreams. It's very rare for me to dream, and then when I wake up I usually forget what I dreamt about. Life is just too exciting that I don't need to dream about anything crazy. I have a dog, kind of have a dog. He was my dog, he is my dog, but I can't have dogs in this apartment, so he actually stays with my parents. But his name is Maxwell and he's half Pomeranian, half poodle. Among the other things that I wish I had time for is my other favorite hobby, geocaching. If you guys don't know what geocaching is, man, geocaching was like AR before AR was a thing. It was like Pokemon Go before Pokemon Go came out. It's like a worldwide scavenger hunt where there are a bunch of geocaches hidden around the world, and you just go find them based on GPS coordinates. And wherever I travel, I make it a point to make sure to get a geocache from that location, because then you get a badge that you got a geocache in that state, or you got a geocache in that country. There's an app and there's a website, so you can sign up. And for my final fact, I hope this is 32 because I just wrote them down really quickly. But I wanted to tell you about my philosophy about creating and just create more and Heather just create and all this whole like create thing. I feel that every person has the power to create, so it doesn't necessarily have to be something artistic like a vlog or a painting or a book or something like that. But to me, every person has the power to create and make an impact on someone else and the world based on pretty much any kind of interaction. So even like a conversation, you are creating an interaction where ideas are being exchanged, and chances are the person that you spoke to will be affected by what you say in a positive or negative way. So something so small as to like smiling at someone, you're creating that experience. Or something like a vlog where I share maybe a vulnerable moment, and that creates motivation for the people that watch it. Like, people just can create things and create an impact in so many ways. And I think the reason why that is my philosophy is because I didn't realize how much power I had until I thought of it this way. And it is so empowering. I lived most of my life thinking that I had to fit into some mold, whether it was a career path or whether it was, the expectations of a 32-year-old woman, whatever. Knowing how much I can help people and make a positive impact just by being me, like not needing any kind of degree, credential, years of experience, a husband, a house, like nothing. I still have this power to create just being me right now. That's what's gotten me this far. That is what keeps me going every single day. Just knowing that I am good enough and what I can create can help people in such, magnitude. I've never thought that before. And the reason why I'm taking the time to explain this to you is because I really believe in it, and I hope that, it can empower you guys as well. So remember that everyone has the capacity to create. You might be different, you might be normal, you might be weird, whatever. All of that doesn't matter. Just as long as you are aware of every single thing that you do, you say, you text, you comment, you dislike or you like, whatever. All of that is you creating. And I hope that you would use your power to create in positive ways and productive ways. All right, with that said, I'll catch you guys later. Bye. It has been so long since I just sat and spoke to you guys like this, looking at the camera, just me and the camera, that I'm like awkward. I don't know how to do it anymore.